Good morning and welcome back to Youth Wednesdays on the Tobago Updates Morning Show. You're viewing us here live in Portmore, Scarborough, Tobago. My name is Dwayne and I'm your host here this morning. And this morning we want to take the discussion more to PAN. And, to foster that discussion this morning, we have none other than Miss Ornella Baird. She's the camp facilitator and none other than the real steel Shaquille Broomes, who is the PAN camp tutor. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine. I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
Right. So, Mr. Broomes has a bit of a long history in PAN. His grandfather, God may soul rest in peace, was a renowned PAN tutor on the island. So just tell us about yourselves and why you're here.
I'll start first. Him?
Either.
Right. My name is Ornella Baird, right? And I am part of the RBC Redemption Songsetters PAN organization, which is located at Montgomery, Bethel, right? And why we are here, we are promoting our PAN camp, I should say. And this year had been a very, very, very successful year. And last year as well, I should say, had been a very, very, very successful year.
All right. And so, Mr. Broomes, you are the PAN tutor. Why PAN? What has been your history in PAN? Just tell the viewers for those who don't know.
Well, I began playing PAN at the tender age of 5-6 years old. Under the stewardship of my grandfather, Mr. Broomes. And I never stopped. Yeah, from that age, I went on and on. Went through primary school, started off playing PAN in church, and doing national anthems for, different events and stuff, Went on to Scarborough Circ, was playing PAN, and then I went to Harmons. Playing PAN the same way after doing secondary level. I went to tertiary level and pursue.
So you have a degree in PAN?
No, I did a certain PAN, so the diploma in PAN.
Because you mentioned that you've been doing PAN all your life and you never stopped.
Yeah.
So you're really into this thing.
Yeah.
All right. So why is this event important and why you guys chose to have this event at this opportune time?
When we gave this event is important because I think it gave young people as young children the opportunity to learn an instrument, where they can come together, socialize, just have fun, have children off of the streets as well, not just Bethel, but the whole environment as well. And I think this camp, has taught us a valuable lesson or has changed our lives in a perspective way.
Okay. So is this the first time you're having this event?
No, this is the second year since I had been the camp facilitator. I think that it had been previous years before, but this is my second year doing it.
All right. So how many years, if you could recount at all, Mr. Broomes, have you guys been at this, offering this kind of initiative for young Tobagonians? And we'll get to the age groups thing afterward.
Yeah, well, this is also my second time being one of the PAN tutor at RBC Redemption Songsetters PAN camp. My other co-tutor is Ms. Deisha Morrison. She's also assisting me with the PAN camp. This is my second year out of many more years to come.
All right. You mentioned that you guys are collaborating with RBC. Tell us about that and what role does RBC play in this initiative?
So RBC Redemption World Bank, right? Is the one who has funded this program, right? And I must say we are grateful, we are thankful for that given opportunity. Without them, this would not have been possible. So we are thankful for them.
So what are the age groups? What are your target audience for this? All ages?
No, well, we had an age group which was from 8+ onwards, but I think this year we had about the smallest was 5 years.
Oh, nice.
Right. Last year was 8+ as well. And I think that, they did exceptionally well for young children.
Right. And what do you hope to get out of it? Are you just going to teach young people PAN and just leave them by the wayside?
No, well,
or are you guys intended to take them to Panorama and Let him give them licks down there in Trinidad.
Well, last year when we had started, right, we had came up with an idea to continue those who had started last year. So they have now formed an academy, which is still in the making, they are still doing stuff. They had also performed for the PAN graduation last Saturday gone, and they did tremendously well. I must say big up to the tutors of that perspective.
So you're telling me Mr. Broomes is a very good tutor?
He is.
No, guys, I know Mr. Broomes very well. He's my old classmate in family, and you see, he's very composed here today, but he's quite the character, But I'm certain that
He is. He is.
I'm
But
certain that the students are getting as much out of him.
yeah, they
as
are.
possible.
They are. They got a lot out of him, and I think out of us as well, because this hasn't been easy. It may seem easy on the outside, but in the inside, in the process, I have not done this. Right, so this is my second year doing this, and I have learned so much. I have grown so much in respect of this aspect. And I think I did me well. I have an assistant called Denise. I think we did exceptionally well in grooming the children, making sure that things are okay with them, not leaving the pan theater without all the kids are gone. We don't ever like lead them to go astray. No, that is not us.
So, Mr. Broomes, what has been the experience like teaching young children? I mean, is it easier to teach children than adults? Does that notion go well for you at all?
Well, quite shockingly, at times, yes, it's easier to deal with students that age than adults. It's vice versa, So, my experience with RBC Redemption Function, as I said, this year is my second year, and we had a lot of excitement. We had fun, both the students and I, and in any organization and institution, challenges are inevitable, right? And as Ms. Baird said, we had ages 5 and 6, where the ages were supposed to be 8 and up.
Mm-hmm.
We had 5, 6, 7, and that is a challenge, because at that age, the attention span is very short.
Right.
So you have to deal with them in such a manner, an amicable manner, manner that they could understand and let to understand and move forward. And in that pan camp, what I should say, from day 3, day 4, I realized that these students are bright students and willing students, So where I think that I will have to pull back on day 3 and day 4, I actually went forward, and we at the end we were successful. We did 2 songs, and they played very well,
And so let me ask you, you're throwing in jokes and getting students on them?
Well, me, it's students, we have to change it up a bit, interact with them and make them laugh, and and give them some jokes and stuff.
Right.
That's inevitable. And
So where is this camp going to take place? Give us the date. Are there any fees attached? Just tell us.
So, all right, the camp has ended, right? The camp admission is free, right? Everything was free, but just the sponsors did the funding, right? The sponsor did the funding. So next year, by God's grace, we are going to have another camp, and next year and after, we are going to have many more camps to come.
So I'll add that with the purpose of the camp, in Tobago, as I always said, see, even in my speech in the Federation, Federation was Saturday one. In Tobago, we lack players where Panama is concerned, lack players where lands in Tobago always have the opportunity of players, and which is very costly band. It affects the band's financial aspect, and we have when they come across, you have to feed them, you have to house them, transportation, So when you train students, besides train them to be panelists and having a skill, train them to have you breed in your own panels from America and Tobago, so you can two birds with one stone. Right. Understand? So with the pan camp, even though preparatory time wasn't in abundance, we had to expedite expeditiously in such a way that execution would show parents that what's going on. You could have other colleague, having your friend, or getting ready for the next pan camp come 2025 in Junction. So it's a good initiative, and other bands do it as well. I know MGC Still Explosion had a pan camp also, and they're willing to continue next year. So once you have all bands doing a pan camp and also have pan in schools, Tobago is going to be on a good road, where Stephen is considered to be going.
Guys, this brings us unfortunately to the end of this interview this morning. I want to thank you guys for joining us, Mr. Broomes and Mr. BB. B&B, I didn't think about that. But it's a pleasure to have you guys and continue doing the good work that you're doing, Mr. Broomes, in your sphere, Ms. Baird in your sphere. And we look forward to what this would augur well, hopefully for the carnival period, if we do have our own native panorama here in Tobago for the Tobago October Carnival. So guys, unfortunately, this brings us to the end of Youth Wednesdays on the Tobago Updates Morning Show. It's a pleasure being with you and sharing with you and going through all these interviews with you, just highlighting the best of Tobago. Just remember that go through your day safely and make sure you drive safely, those you are driving, and enjoy the rest of your day. And remember to share the life, share the life, share the life. Have a great day and be blessed.